Привет, на канале Play, и мы продолжаем сегодня Диско Элизиум. Как видишь, у меня обновление. Я теперь очкарик. Выписали мне очки, я вот их сделал. Выписали недели 2 назад. И вот я наконец-то хотел сделать себе очки. Пиздец. Я себе не нравлюсь в них. На чем мы остановились, я не особо помню. То, что мы собирали бутылки, это я помню. И точно, нам надо осмотреть тело. Нам надо осмотреть тело. Стрим сегодня будет не особо длинный, я думаю, потому что я на самом деле хочу спать очень сильно, так как я сегодня не выспался. Я напоминаю, что я не читаю все, что они там пишут. Вот так будет получше. Ой, не, без очков хуже. А что-то как-то, знаешь, расплывается почему-то в очках в этой игре. Я играл вчера в Strain Home, там буковки четкие были, не расплывались, но здесь просто шрифт такой расплывающийся немножечко. Очки нормально не фокусируют его. Вот так более-менее. Вот так более-менее. Хотя все равно как-то, знаешь, плывет. Вот немного плывет. Я не могу понять, почему. Почему немножечко плывет. Это шрифт такой. Плывет все равно. Ладненько.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Может, у меня просто глаза, конечно, еще за день устали. Возможно. Возможно, у меня глаза за день устали. Так, во-первых, что такое наружный осмотр?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Ну, давай за
There
дело.
truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Ну ладно.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes.
Так, надо вот это запомнить, да?
You
Давай
knew
запомнить.
it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Так, открыть журнал и найти бланк для
The
наружного
dead man
осмотра.
stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and
Целых 3
organs
раздела надо
in
нам
3
запомнить.
parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
Ну, давай пункт 1.
That's you.
Так, вписать инициалы.
the
ГДБ.
corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies
Ясно дело,
there.
что не реагирует. что ему еще делать?
KK57. Next.
Запишем.
We've heard the nom de guerre. Lely. It's better than nothing. Write it down.
Ном де Гуэра — это у нас псевдоним на французском. Видимо, на французском языке, наверное.
What's next? Date of NA.
Окей.
Roughly 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Не заглянешь, не узнаешь, действительно. Хотя и заглянув, не узнаешь. Нет, но их интересует биологически, поэтому, наверное, да. Давайте надо заглянуть. Так, не заглянешь, не узнаешь. Не узнаешь. Нет, тут
Nor
пишем
does
правильно.
he look male, with his pregnant belly.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number.
KK57 0503 0815.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Блин, немножечко, конечно, размазанный все текст, хотя... Подожди, а если сделать вот так? Вот в этой игре вот так вот лучше фокусироваться. Если очки чуть-чуть приспустить, то буквы лучше фокусируются.
A strange
Ой, нет,
word.
так неудобно. Ой, нет, так пиздец неудобно, нифига не лучше. Так, манипуляция, странное слово. А что подразумевается под манипуляцией?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Just don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
Да в смысле, его же пиздили камнями.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his... Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial
Вот
rites.
качкарь так
It
попадает.
takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger elsewhere yet. An obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an
Стоп, еще раз,
accident.
подожди.
The small one.
А, окей.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Так, пункт 1. Результат внешнего
Close.
осмотра.
The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for
Когда же я
processing.
смогу их забрать?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to
А,
sleep.
надо будет ночью
I hope
сходить,
this
да?
has helped you.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buck well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation
Ой,
is
блин,
good.
подожди, я же
Ambient
это...
temperature below
Ты же не
freezing.
видишь все, я же забыл, я же в этой игре решил, что я буду без камеры. Точно, я же решил, я же решил эту игру без камеры, потому что в камере ни пизды не видно, текст тебе будет, вот, поэтому будем без камеры. А переворачивать себя на левый угол, разворачивать, мне так лень это делать, поэтому буду без камеры, ничего страшного. Ничего страшного, побуду без камеры сегодня. Ну, не только сегодня, в этой игре в принципе. Так. Ой, надо вернуть фокус.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
А, ну, давай
The
потрогаем.
hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Давай запишем
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Записать.
Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Ну, давай погладим болторез.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Okay.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Так. Ну, я не твой мусоров в первую очередь.
You are? You're Kuno's pig?
Concentrate on the belt, not on who is whose pig. There is no pig. There are only the chain cutters and the belt. The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread. Right, the knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Вот, давайте лес с 97% вероятностью они
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour, abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
Now! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Испытывал ли он наслаждение в момент
Yes,
смерти?
your hunch before. We can have a semen analysis requested from processing, if that's what you meant.
Потусторонними способностями
No, you
это как?
weren't, officer. That would be preposterous. Just write down that we request a semen.
The
Ну
corpse
ладно.
with his pants down
Скучно, ну
does not
ладно.
have an opinion on the subject. All he has is genitals and a death. The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length. You should touch it.
Давай
Doesn't
потрогаем.
feel like anything. A cold spot under your gardening.
My pig's so fucking ill right now.
Oh, your pig's pretty sick, I gotta say.
This wasn't necessary. What's going on here? Why are you doing that? The lieutenant is unaware of what's happening in your head and why you're touching it. He merely expects you to write.
Ну давай
Back is
продолжим.
symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are all combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30%. We have a real museum here. Last item, hands.
Ну давай не будем. Давай поднимем.
His flesh is cold.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name? I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo.
И мы уже
What
встречаемся.
can I
Трогал
do
тебя
you
за
for?
гениталии.
Il Corbo de
А за
Cappadocia.
гениталии тебя лапал. да.
That you have, Kobo, that you have. We're real tight that way. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
А мы ожидали их
I
найти.
was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Так, результаты осмотра органов.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
We don't even have a joke.
Нет
Musculoskeletal.
сведений.
Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it gently. A
Отвратительно.
rotting smell erupts from the mouth.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Я еще кое-что забыл. Вот так теперь хорошо.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid, ripped from... No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Ну, давай заглянем
You
поглубже.
manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. NA.
А что вообще такое?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
Нет.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal. Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
А, пропустите.
What's
меня.
next on the list?
Описание
We
повреждений.
have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. And your opinion, officer?
Под описанием две ячейки, в одной из которых нужно поставить отметку. Подожди, это на чем? А, ну это не является причиной смерти.
Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene
At maximum velocity.
has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath,
Right. Next. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter.
below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked.
Ну,
The
причина
man's head
смерти, судя по
jerks.
всему.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's... let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
И как
Well,
все прошло?
we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We requested a test to be run on the genitals. That was de règle. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks. If we were thorough with the list of injuries too, we described them all in detail. What is the...
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is
А
in
может
order.
выпьем по этому поводу?
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
Please get yourself together. The lieutenant from
Так, что
precinct
теперь?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
He's thinking, did I miss some? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Так, мертвец,
Shoot,
ответь ко мне на
Looney Rooney.
вопрос.
Oh yes, Kobo me Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Just a small gulp away. My beloved Kobo. As small, come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with...
I thought we decided to leave it to processing.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle.
I thought we decided to leave...
Damn it.
То есть он мне не дает
This is
это
turning
сделать,
into
скотина
some
такая.
sort of mega puzzle.
Shoot, Looney. In the
Так,
park.
здесь ничего нового нет, да?
Way out. I'm a joke. Look, a killer. A motherfucker.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead, Kobo. What do you mean? Ask me more questions. What? It's the... You...
Ну, это все мы уже
He
читали.
loves those. Because you're a copperoony. Coming right up. Copperoony. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No. You're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. Because you have loved it, me and Provocopo. It was because you have. Sure, Lobo. I can ask, looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder? Ha!
The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest.
Sure,
Подожди.
looking at my face, I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all. Sure, looking at my face, you're a lying sack of shit, Coppo. You're doing this because they want to remind you of someone. No, not quite. You sure wriggled out of that one, Coppellini. Maybe I was getting my rocks up. It's a mishmash, Coppabolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, no. My hair is too light a shade of brown. My eyebrows, too. Yeah, well, he seems to think I'm also a racist. Since I have tattoo, do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation? Captain Coppadromo. I fear we are drifting away. Maybe I was getting my... I know what this means. Oh yes, Kobo Milo. It's all right. Come back later, Kobo.
Так,
Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
ну вряд ли у нас, конечно, что-то
Also,
выйдет.
You run your hands
Естественно.
over the victim's cold body. His limb, the genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You
Снова
see the
потрогать.
penis of a dead man.
There is no need. We have been thorough. Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more
Ну,
secrets concealed
Да,
in the
ну
flesh
давай
before
так вот этим, что чутью нам подсказывает.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast. Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Why, yes, there was. It was massive. Red eyes glowing in the
Так,
dark.
вот для чего он нам нужен.
Now, that's an overstatement. It's not actually for storing cadavers, or at least I hope so. I think we should take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become...
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
Так,
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vows of blood and flesh. Lower intestine. The term is metabolic fascism, brota.
Чего?
You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, brota. There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
Так, нам надо посмотреть на холодильник сходить. Мы, кстати, не спали. Желательно поспать сходить с ним тоже. А вот сейчас я могу забыть, потому что у меня есть очко. Да, нам нужно разблокировать новые, нам не нужно забывать старые. Только я не понимаю, как разблокировать. А, а, так вот как делать. А что это за говно какое-то? Подожди, здесь тут ничего полезного. А нахуя я это сделал, если тут нет ничего полезного? А, нет, что-то потом откроется, я так понимаю, после изучения через час что-то мы получим, да, полезного от этого. Ну давай, допустим, вот это. То, что дольше изучается, скорее всего, полезнее. Давай вот это.
Only the black cable is plugged into the breaker box,
Я не помню, как
while the red
красный.
somewhere in the dark. A giant electrical. The bear's eyes are still glowing red,
Так, что
It's
думаешь?
certainly an eccentric choice, but it
but the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but
The two of you. The
За
body
дело.
is heavier than you expected, and stinkier. It takes half an hour to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back.
beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Ну, давайте праздновать ритуалами, да, несите медовуху.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and it does not lead.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
He's right. His work would be much more formal.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped.
Но
waiting.
все еще плохие шансы.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. I like it a lot, brother. This really is your fun. Come back later.
I thought we decided to.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle.
Но мы опять же провалим. 17 недостаточно. Восприятие надо качать. У нас, кстати, есть очко. Давай искать здесь восприятие теперь снова. Энциклопедия нет. Риторика, драма, концептуализация. Визуальный анализ. Внушение, полицейская волна. Авторитет. Эмпатия. Внутренняя империя. Сила воли. Стойкость, боевой порог, грубая сила, литохимия, трепет, сумрак, самообладание, техника, эквилибристика, скорость. Восприятие. %28%, все равно низкий шанс. А у меня есть что-нибудь, что умеет повышать это дело? Ну подожди. Что может повысить восприятие? А ничего у нас не повышает восприятие.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. You touch the dead man's
Хуй-то там.
body.
It'll come to you sooner or later.
Давай
At
вернемся
least
потом,
it's-
когда повысим восприятие. Да где я есть? Не вижу ни пизды. Что нам еще надо сделать? Этих тут нету. Повара, конечно же, тоже нет. А я могу здесь просто смотреть, нет? Вы там.
Can I help you?
Так,
Got
об
the 20
оплате.
real. You must be kidding, right? Yeah, good one, officer. But this establishment only takes cash. Now, do you have that cash?
Freight, near the gates. They'll exchange it.
Фриты у портовых ворот. Фриты у портовых ворот, надо это запомнить.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember...
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Пошли поспим, значит, на сегодня достаточно. Что это такое? Так, куда ты пошел? Пустая катушка. Но я обязан это сделать, я обязан пойти и пытаться снять ботинки.
The bear's eyes are still. The body is reluctant. You're going to need to summon all your. Whatever you're planning to do, you need to do it. It's not completely useless. You're able to. It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot. Just relax. This is. See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them. He's probably. This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off. With nasty slices of polymer sock. Not good. Let's
Yeah.
pin this on the bear. The ice bear tore up his
Свалить
legs
вину на
with
медведя.
its claws. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them. Yes, these absolutely need to be what. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen? These boots were probably left on the corpse because they were impossible to pull off while it was graceful whirls cover the boot's glossy surface. These will be gorgeous once you get them. Fairweather T500 VE. Still, just pieces of sock and rotten.
Да поднимайся ты, ёб твою мать. Меня бесит, что он застревает постоянно на ровном месте.
This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many. The lieutenant said you'd need to boil the boots in acid to get the corpse smell out. But this huge pot, industrial dish soap, white vinegar, and patience. A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used far away in the darkness of a makeshift morgue behind Station 41's Lazarus. Dr. Nick's Gottlieb. There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the
Ну давай
fridge.
с уксусом мыть.
The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them. The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. The water slowly comes. Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float
Так,
to the
давай еще
bubblings. The
подожди.
boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are just like beef stew. That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam dense with the smell of strange meat. A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar.
Так, ну-ка. Ну-ка, шмот. Плюс 2 авторитет, минус 1 самообладание. Но по сумме навыков я выигрываю. Плюс 1 драма, электрохимия. Нет, лучше.
You look down at the white ceramic sabatons hugging your arches and calves, surprised at how well they fit. The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just
Ну,
imagine
просто
what
обязан
it
собрать
may
это,
be
да.
a while before you have all the pieces. In the meantime, you should analyze. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. See if there's a weakness. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
Витрина с безделушками. А нахуя мне это показывают? Это все, что мне нужно сломать, типа, да? Наш напарник во мне разочаруется однозначно. А, это бутылки, нифига себе. Это не бутылка. А куда сдавать бутылки? Это важный вопрос, он меня очень сильно волнует. Мне же надо куда-то их сдать и получить за это деньги.
The bed is still cold from the broken. The bed is is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. You're not cooperating. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking,
Так,
what did we ever do to you?
Yes, your body is a system, and it's failing you because you're failing it.
я художник, токсин, кисть моя, печень, хвост.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you? How many promises have you kept lately, Sir Harry? To the great Seeth.
Women. It's the women. Look out for the women. There. Both come now. Humans have earned your trust. And you theirs.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights blinking in and out of existence.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Так, наступило утро. Правильно? Правильно. Давай, поднимайся. А что у нас за предмет новый? Странно, вроде нет ничего нового. А, наш напарник внизу нас ждет, правильно. Правильно, у нас внизу ждет, идем к нему. Так, что происходит, что происходит, что происходит? Доброе утро. А вы что здесь делаете? Вы кто такие?
You look like shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Ну, тяжкие выдались пару дней, да.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
Don't even try to win him over. You won't.
Ну, давай разберемся.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other.
Ты меня
Just-
откуда-то
Oh,
знаешь.
I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
Ой, не пизди, я не помню. Смотреть должен либо 41, либо 57. Откуда ты из какого-то... Так. Из 41-го, да, я же сказал.
Okay, that's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good.
Так,
Okay.
давай.
You're not going to believe this, but Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on
Дираться
at 2
2 часа.
o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang. Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Так, ну вроде ты клевый.
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner. Okay. How about you stop wasting my time and get on with whatever you were doing then? Oh no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't Albin.
Так, кто такой блудный сын
Oh,
Лунга?
it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling, dished out by the sunglassed man.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of
Так, Ким, кто
compassion.
это такие?
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Ну, я похож на мегазвезду.
Yes, a superstar cop. Of course.
He didn't answer your question.
No,
Почему?
because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Ну и сволочь.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Ну давай.
So, do you know who hanged him? Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Why are you?
Who knows why we do the things we do? Somehow, bouncing those ideas off the man with sunglasses felt.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it? Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not. So, do you know who hanged him? I don't. Oh my god, there's more. Watch out for yourself.
Схуяли я
Okay,
неудачник.
the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird. There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably...
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Мені з одного
I'm
чесно.
going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say? Okay?
Jean. He said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control
Нет, ну
agent.
это явно наш напарник.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM. Below
Yes, I am.
А почему не ходит? Так, ну я тоже коп.
I know.
Here's the real deal.
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you? No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
something changes in her. It's pity.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
Так, а ты с какого
What
участка?
precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Так вот с одного мы или
God
нет?
damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean,
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith. Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. So
I'm just looking out for...
you?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Yes, a policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's
Так, а
all.
ты с ним?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Хорошая
And you look
пара.
like you don't bathe on principle.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
Ну и в жопу идите, раз не хотите мне ничего рассказывать.
Yes?
А мы не будем говорить о моих спагах.
Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots. Congratulations. That must have taken an enormous concerted effort, considerable ingenuity and timing. But
Серьезно?
it was a joke, sadly. There's nothing I can do about your delinquency.
I don't care about your insane theft, the lieutenant thinks, and looks away from the boots. Just
Так, ну ладно. По поводу супа.
the man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your
Boss need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good
Он
spirits.
водку добавляет в
Clever
суп.
move by the unit.
Vodka borscht! I
Vodka
love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself!
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
А больше
He
водки.
smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, the mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers They're friends.
А можно мне
He
суп?
smiles and nods enthusiastically and, chattering away in his language, ladles some.
Спасибо. Так, ты кто такой?
Hi, gendarme.
А, курильщик.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
Ну-ка, расскажи еще. Не, подожди.
You did? And how did you like him? Ah, shoot. Why not?
А кем вы двое приходите?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together. Bet he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. It is. On Sundays. He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Привет, спасибо.
To his opportunities in Occident, Sir Leclerc. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
Так, а о чем еще мы с ним
What
можем
about me,
поговорить?
gendarme? Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking
И
questions.
как он выглядел?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese. Nothing. That I didn't see anything. What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
А что говорил?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Sure. Anything else on your mind? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me.
А хуй меня знать на самом деле. Самообладание у меня сейчас хуёво. Может быть, когда
Bye-bye,
покачаем,
Ganda.
вернемся.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Так, а где еще один?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no eighth Hardy Boy this... Or what? You want to be the eighth Hardy Boy?
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her.
Так, минутку. Минуточку. Все здесь.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here.
So let me get this straight. There is an eighth Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question?
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks.
Так, нашел
This is
связь между
already-
вами местной
Like
наркоторговлей.
hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your street.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective...
No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
Так. Давай уступим, лейтенант.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of...
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Ну давай скажем, что отвратительно.
Who fucking who? People will always be taking.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
My answer is fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this god.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove...
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all fours. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints. Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
Так.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronet.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
Так, ну они автоматами
We
вооружены.
got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. I guess we're gonna see, aren't we? Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing. And big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them...
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has to keep the fear in check.
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy army and the Madre scum.
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to
These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know
Так,
more
ладно.
about them. What do you mean? Okay. We don't.
Ну давай вступим на их сторону.
Or your lost gun. We all have our guns.
Last gun or not, you're going to need help. We are offering.
Okay, I accept the offer, but I'll believe it.
He appreciates it, but can only accept it conditionally.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph.
Good one, Titus.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got...
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school, and many, certainly enough to not put up with his back sass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
Ну да, давай им скажем, что руки не были связаны, отсутствуют следы борьбы.
We... Look, I'm not gonna play 20 quests.
Yeah. I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him.
That's right, lawman. And then we hang the fuck.
А как именно?
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samurai boxing style. Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started.
Yeah, man, weren't you listening?
They keep speaking for Titus, so that he wouldn't get his hands muddy with too much explaining.
Ну у нас словно не хватает самообладания. Там можем его качнуть, конечно.
Actually,
Да хуй нам заворотить.
they're admirably, surprisingly composed. Well, this one, but...
Like what, Copper? Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Not in the arresting mood?
A fearful readiness, like an elect. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber.
Wise move. You made the right choice. About fucking time.
Так.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The law.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
Ну, чиновник.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our...
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets.
Damn, they wormed their way out of it somehow. Try.
Arabagite? Boss, I think he's trying.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or...
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from...
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed.
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know
I know you are lying, Shanky.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witness.
Давай покажем, кто здесь главный.
Witness is a scary word. Establish
В
authority.
смысле, блядь, там такой шанс был?
Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Затопать ногами.
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent, and you're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great... I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either. Yes, you. Stop talking out loud.
What in the name of fuck?
But I don't want to give you my gun.
The fuck is happening, Titus?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
Так, ну давай попросим довериться мне.
The pressure in the room grows.
Be careful, it's loaded.
Good. Now put it in your mouth. I want to point it at them. Everyone knows how to do that. You're a special man.
What are you doing?
Genuine panic flies across the
Что я делаю, действительно?
face.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
Какая хуйня.
Fellas, the cop is really threatening.
No, that is not what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me my gun, now.
He's not gonna off.
No. He'll do it. Go ahead, son.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. No, give it to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. It's not too late. You can still...
Ratan, we can't have any fun if you kill yourself. Painting the booth red with your brain sounds like a real blast now. But what about later? There'll be nothing.
Нет, ну мы не будем это делать ни в коем случае. Позорились.
Nothing to worry about here, people. My partner likes to play this.
He is infinitely grateful to...
Dark? What the fuck was that, you carnies? We have...
I knew he wasn't gonna do.
No. I still have my money on him. Sooner or later, he has that look.
Do not think your failed suicide attempt will win you any pity from the...
Again, it was a dark joke. Maybe we should go for a little walk, Joker? Before...
Yes! Get the serotonin running. Keeps
Ну,
those
блядь,
bad
надо
thoughts
авторитет
away.
качать.
Sounds like you're the suicide cop. You idiot. You've got the bullet. What is this? You're not ready to die. It would be the honorable thing to do. It would really... Fine. Keep up the charade another day. This could have been so...
Так, что мы там получили? Нормально. А на авторитет у нас и нет ничего.
What in the name of hell was that supposed to be? The theatrical suicide attempt. We need to talk about it. Yes, well, I was able to recontextualize it as a dark. I understand you sometimes employ extreme interrogation tactics, but we can't have RCM officers going around putting guns in their mouths. We can't afford to have that image. Few institutions can. Good. I'm glad we had this talk.
Так, минутку. Минутку. Чем нам дальше заниматься? Так, чем нам дальше заниматься? Я что-то не прокачал еще, по-моему, ничего для этого.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the
Ну да,
freezing
восприятие я
corpse
не качал.
hidden in...
Тогда нам надо идти... Сейчас, минутку. А где у нас находится? Нам где-то могут обменять чек, я забыл где. У тебя?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to crime,
Нет,
romance.
не тебя. Может, ты можешь его обменять?
Hello, hello. Let me know. Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Нет, за чек не надо закладывать.
Another time, perhaps.
Так с этим поговорить нельзя.
A rusting control panel. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects, the water lock starts moving.
Странная конструкция.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the...
Так в смысле нет, нам что, надо сходить?
Yes?
Так нет, я не с тобой хотел поговорить. Ну, давай в этих очках походим. А это моя машина?
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking. It must be cold and lonely down. The seawater has already started to corrode the...
It appears to be so. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out, a single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles. but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched. The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monk.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yes, yes. Clearly, this is a triumph. I'd say the vehicle has been here since... Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside. I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
А, то есть этот лив можно, да? Ну ладно.
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant.
Yes, yes, it does. Let me think about it.
Ну, у нас не получится опять.
The tuning lips forms a strange, yet the lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, the wind blows. In the distance, behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument over the clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
Здесь на муравейник или в столе с пиявками?
Historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many...
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people, you know, those kinds of people. Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for? A precinct, yes. A police precinct.
Я же говорил, это наша машина.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach. You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Oh God, Harry. Oh, no. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea. Of whom? I don't think so. If anything...
Probably. Try definitely.
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable.
It's sunken too deep. There is no access ramp to the coast.
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable. That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but, well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine.
Ну, это катастрофа.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
The lieutenant adjusts his glove. There is also a fourth thing you've lost. More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deep.
Yes.
И что там
Let's go
внутри?
take a look.
Mazovian socio-economics. 0.000% of communism has been
Так, ну это
built.
все читать не буду.
Evil, child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmezov fucked him over personally with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a
Вместо этого мы еще потеряли авторитет. Красиво. Не, ну в пальто получше будет.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue. The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray. Good choice. A newer photo would 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got. What do you think? His face is already contorted by. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you Officer when the badge in your hands shines as you rotate.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Так, а что
The
это
lieutenant
значит?
is a rank
Мы, кстати,
above
скоро что будем
sergeant and
заканчивать,
below
потому что, как я
captain.
говорил, я
It's
изначально
the
я
highest rank in the
не
RCS
особо
that
выспался
still
сегодня,
does
плюс
still
еще
work.
дела есть сейчас.
I am a lieutenant. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted office, and sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine. Such a small yet precious.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, 4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been...
The pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to. The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winter.
I remember that time! That was a good time! We had a good work-drink balance going! What?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have...
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks.
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price.
And you? Is it an honor to work with you? The badge in your hand shines as you
Так, ну мы
rotate.
нашли удостоверение, это хорошо.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack. With what looked like a dusty bow tie.
In someone's abandoned shack. On the coast. In Martinez. It's just a piece of clothing you've picked up. You do that, officer.
He sounds a little worried. It's an odd...
You better not fucking think about ditching me for some shitty cum-stained bow tie! You and...
Your necktie sounds very scared. Yes, agreed. You should never take your neck...
Nothing. It's just a piece of furniture.
Red paint is peeling off it.
Так, что там по бабочке? Плюс 2 драма. Галстук. Галстук мне больше нравится. Хотя по статам это лучше. Стоп, куда пошел? Так, давай на сегодня на этом закончим. Сегодня получилось немножко, завтра будет подлиннее, потому что завтра, я надеюсь, я высплюсь получше. И дел так много вечером не будет. На этом на сегодня все. Всем спасибо, подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, комментарии, жмите на колокольчики, подписывайтесь на социальные сети. До скорых встреч. Всем пока.